You see a lot of Instagram videos these days of just like music producers just like vibing out, you know, they're just vibing. And I've always wanted to do that, but I've got no knowledge of how to use anything like Ableton or Fruity Loops Studios. But you know what? I've decided that doesn't matter, because today we're going to be making a full album on Garageband for iPad. Now I can tell what a lot of you are already thinking. What a plebeian. Garageband for computer is way better than Garageband for iPad. And leave it out, alright? I will take to my grave that Garageband iPad is the best music program out there. People just don't understand its unlocked potential. So yeah, we're going to be making an album today. It might not end up being an album, it might end up being more like 3 or 4 songs depending on how long they take. I'll break it to you guys. I've used Garageband for iPad before. I'm a little bit of a master. You know, people call me the Skrillex of Garageband. So we'll just see what we can do here today. I suppose we might as well start. So I've loaded up a new project in Garageband. This is the sort of layout that we'll be getting. It's just a nice little keyboard. For those of you who haven't used this program before, it started me off with a piano. But I don't know, we'll just scroll through the synths and see if there's anything we like. Ooh. No. So I'm going to start off with like a sort of intro piece to our album. I just want it to like, you know, fade us into the album nicely. I don't know what vibes I'm going to go for yet. I think I've often found that Garageband is quite good for the sort of video game lo-fi, not lo-fi, but I don't know if you've ever listened to Snail's House or like Virtual Riot, but not like hard Virtual Riot, like when he's doing the sort of mellow stuff, do you know what I mean? That's 2 very niche references I've put in there. I'll give you some examples. I quite like this one because it sounds like, it reminds me of Animal Crossing. It sounds like the KK Slider voice. So I need to come up with some chords actually. Right, so I've come over here to the old Casio keyboard to try and figure out some chords. What has happened there? Start with a G into what I can only presume is a B minor. That's all I could be completely wrong about that though, I don't really know how to read music. Okay, start off with that and then we need to figure out something, because that's not going to do for the whole song, we need to figure out something else. I like that better actually. It just adds a bit of spice into it, doesn't it? So instead of it being, it's... Ooh. Oh. And that's all we need, because then what I'll do is I'll just go into it and I'll just edit it so it's all timed up, you know? Look, you see, that's what I've done there, and it's all really out of time at the moment, but what I can do is I can select an individual note, I can just drag it back like that. So I'm going to be doing that for each one of these notes, hang on. Hey! Oh, there we have it. I put in a glockenspiel as well. That's quite nice, isn't it? So now we need a drum beat. Guys. Now here's a lesson I want you to remember. Never use the drums that they give you. Always use the Apple loops that you can use. They just give you a load of like free things, and you can just sort of slide and drag and drop them in. It's kind of cheating though, so I'm not going to use more than just a drum beat, but I just know that the actual drums that they give you have like a lot more bass to them, do you know what I mean? Oh. That's way too much. Okay, I found one that I like. Oh, we're just out here, we're just vibing right now. That sounds surprisingly good, I think. Okay, now we need to get some bass in there. I like to use the retro bass because it reminds me of Stranger Things. It's going swimmingly so far. I'm just gonna add some more glockenspiel in. Okay, now I know a few minutes ago I said never to use the drums that they give you, but there is one drum set that I really like, and it's this arcade one. So if you listen, it goes like... And then I'll also just add in a bit of a hi-hat, you know. Oh, sorry, I'm just dying of like swine flu or something. I need to add in a melody. Okay, now I'm going to go completely off the grid. So in most music programs you can like sample your own things, and you can sample your own voice, your own instruments. I'm just going to try and sing a note into the thing and see if it works. Lovely. Oh, why do I like it? Alright, we've got to the point in the song where we need a bit of a breakdown. So I've just removed a couple of the tracks. And then we need like a voice line on the drop. Now I could record this voice line myself, but I've had an idea. Oh, this sound just reminds me... It reminds me of... did you ever play the game Yoshi's Island for Nintendo DS? It's not quite the same, but it just reminds me of Yoshi's voice for some reason. I've been playing a lot of Smash Bros recently, so it could be that. So I'm going to sample Yoshi into it. Yes, I'm recording with a blue snowball. What of it? Right, this is a very professional way of recording samples into your work. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. Okay, so now we've got them recorded, we should be able to put it together. And now I just need some like final... Oh. Okay, we're gonna do something with this. Oh, I've got all the right notes, I can just order it. There we go. Okay, so this is what the final drop sounds like. Alright, and then we'll just mirror that with like, I don't know, something that sounds video gamey. There we go, that's the first track done. It sort of changed from like an intro to like the main song. It's just taken a very long time, so I'm not sure we'll get that many more done. I'll play the full thing at the end of the video, or I'll just upload it in full on the second channel, or something like that. Right, on to the next one. So let's take what we liked from the last track and we'll use it in another track, and we'll just try and keep the same feel throughout. So I really liked the Animal Crossing voice. Okay, so I've come over yet again to what I like to call the suite. Now I have some chords in mind for this one already, actually. I think it's the same as a Zella Day song, if you know her. There's a guy called Vanek and he does a remix of it. It goes, we can build a tree house in the pine trees. Compass point your home, calling out from the east. Compass point you anywhere closer to me. I apologise for the singing, I've got a bad throat. It's called Compass, that's what it's called. So we're going to be using those chords for this song. Something like that. trying to think of what to do next. That's what we need. It's sounding lovely so far. So I'm just going to try and follow the same formula as the previous song, and I'm just going to have a bit of a breakdown in this section. Not an emotional one, a musical one. Alright, but it still needs... it needs something. I'll be able to use that. Perfect. And then what you can do, see, this is going to be a drop. But there's actually this. Hang on, I'll show you with the camera. Yes, my iPad screen is massively cracked. As I'm playing the song, right? I can like do that. I think I'll do that. I'll go like that, or I can just. Whoa! Look at this! Right, anyway, you get the point. So now you can hear it does a sort of warble effect. And then I think what I want for this drop, it's a little bit of a musician's trick. I'm going to go half time on this drop, and what that means is, hang on, I'm going to have to try and do my best beatboxing here. Instead of going it means instead of doing that, it's like... Sorry, I just laid down some fresh beatboxing, but you get what I mean. This is the bits that everyone's going to be like double pumping to. They're just going to be like... It's not quite as good as I imagined. It's okay. It'll do for now because I can't really be asked to do anything more. So now we need a sample for this one as well, so I'll just go and record that. Donkey Kong sound effects. Okay. What about King K.Rule? Okay, these are too weird. I'm not going Donkey Kong. That's the bit. That's the bit. Right, we'll put that track to bed for now. Okay, so I'm back a couple days later. I'm just going to do one more song because otherwise this video is going to be like 10 years long. So I had this burst of inspiration. Yesterday, Dodie, who I'm a big fan of, uploaded a video of just, you know, she was just humming around, you know, she was just doing some singing. I'll play that clip now. I love you more. And I thought that sounds kind of similar to something she did before. And then I realised it's in the same key, so I can use both of the clips and I can remix them together, do you know what I mean? But if we're going to keep the theme of our album, or EP I should say, because it's only 3 songs, we're going to have to add a couple of video game sounds in there. This one's going to be more lo-fi, relaxed. So I'll show you what I've done so far, because I have started a little bit. So I took that clip from before that I showed you of her humming and stuff, and I turned it into this. I love you more. And then I added a drum beat in as well. I love you more. So let's just start. I love you more. That sounds okay. We need the bells in from before. The bells have been a running theme throughout the pieces, so... That's quite nice. So then the other bit that that was in the same key, I can turn that into something else a little bit glitchy, so I'm going to try and do that now. It's kind of hard because it doesn't really fit tempo wise, so I think I'm going to have to repeat bits like this. Hang on. And then I'm just going to add some voice lines in between as well. That's sounding lovely. It needs some bass to it though. There you go, that's the song. So that's all for today. We managed to make 3 songs. It's an EP, not an album. They're okay. I think the songs are okay. They're not, I mean, obviously they're not good. Considering the limitations of Garageband, I'd say it went better than I expected. So I guess I'll put the songs up on the second channel so you can go listen to the full versions in full HD quality there. That was fun though. I just felt like having a mess around on Garageband anyway. Thank you very much for watching if you did get through the whole thing. Subscribe, otherwise I'll absolutely beat you up in Super Smash Bros with Yoshi. Goodbye everyone.